Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into another video. So for those of you that are following my channel, you may have seen a few days ago I uploaded a video of this awesome drone, the DJI Air 2S. Been having quite a bit of fun with it, but one thing I did notice is that when this is sitting on the grass in my garden, which is quite tall, the gimbal does seem to have problems moving around because the grass is quite tall and it's very delicate bit of equipment, that gimbal. So it's very sensitive to movement, and it effectively starts complaining that it can't move around because it's obstructed, and the only thing obstructing it is thick grass. So I thought I'd try out some landing gear. So this here is some landing gear. It's advertised for the Mavic Air 2, so hopefully it fits. By a company called what is it called? STARTRC. So you can see that brand name there. I bought this on Amazon. I'll have the link in the description below. And the idea of this is that you fit these onto the bottom of the drone. They are folding, so they can fold away underneath. Maybe it will fit into the carry bag with the actual legs fitted, so I don't have to keep removing them, clipping them on and off, because eventually they'll probably break. I believe they are plastic in construction. I did read the comments, and it looked like, based on some other users' feedback, that they do actually fit the Air 2S. So I think for the most part of it, this is physically the same as the DJI Mavic Air or Mavic Air 2. So I think it's just a newer model with some enhanced features. But I think the actual, so obviously it's got the sensors and all that stuff that change at the top. But I think the actual main body, the chassis of it, is effectively the same. Let's go ahead and get these out. What is this? Fitting instructions, probably worth having a very quick look. What does it show here? So as the picture is shown, open the bottom side of the landing gear outwards. You got to open them first. So let's quickly get the landing gear out. And there we go. And there's the landing gear. Nothing else to see. That's literally it. That's all that's in the box, instructions and the landing gear. It says fold the landing gear out. So how does this fold out? So I guess this little part here is effectively like a little latch or clip, and that's actually holding the legs in place quite tightly. So we'll just be careful not to break anything whilst you push the legs out. I guess they'll just clip out if I apply the tiniest bit of force, and yes, they have done. So I'll fold them out. Not the smoothest movement, I must admit. I think I have to open them quite forcibly so they'll click into place. Yep, there you go. And let's do that one as well. So again, there's a clip there, that's out, and then that's it. So they're fully open now. So we're looking at about 20 mil of clearance there, I suppose, from the bottom of the actual body. 15 to 20 mil, so 1.5 to 2 centimeters of clearance roughly from there. That's the bottom of the aircraft to where my hands are going across here. So from there to there. Nice to have any little bit of extra clearance to stop the device from touching the floor or protecting it during landing is probably going to be useful. Some company branding there as well, embossed in the actual inside of the actual legs. So after we have opened up the legs, align the tripod hook to the front of the lower shell at the bottom. I'm going to assume I can do this with the actual, well, probably not, because I think it actually latches onto where the gimbal protector is. So that's interesting. So all of a sudden, I already know that I'm not going to be able to keep this thing on all the time. I'm just going to have to rely on removing it because it's actually attaching into the part of the body that the actual gimbal and lens protector fits in, and that has to be on. I don't think this is going to fit on after this is on. This really does have to be on all the time, so I'm not going to be dropping this into the bag without this. So hopefully it's easy to clip on and clip off. Hopefully it's not going to be too difficult. And I guess I'm relying on this sort of mechanism here to make it easy to remove once I'm done with it. So let's just have a quick read of what this says. Align the tripod hook to the front of the lower shell at the bottom. So that is exactly where we were. Press the landing gear to clip the sides of the bottom body. Right, so I think that's pretty much it. So what we're going to be doing is putting it in there and then just clipping it, and it's in. So it definitely does fit. All the cutouts are correct. So you got the cutout for the sensors, the bottom sensors are there. the optical avoidance sensors, you've got the actual LED light, and these, which I at the moment have not a clue what they are at all. I think they're probably proximity sensors, maybe, so that it knows once it's landed, it's close to the ground. Maybe, I don't know. I could just be waffling on. I'm going to have to have a look into it and see what that is. But let's just quickly stand it up then. So it definitely provides a good clearance. So I know you can't see from that angle, but what you'll notice from here is the legs are lower than the actual feet that are attached to the arms here. So you've automatically got a little bit more clearance. Not much. How much we're looking there? So you can see they're roughly about 1.5 to 2 centimeters, about 1.5 centimeters, I'd say. Nearly 2 centimeters of clearance. The box does not really tell you how much clearance you're getting, but in case you're wondering, does this landing gear on Amazon by STARTRC fit your DJI Air 2S? That's why you're watching this video. I hope I've now answered your question. The answer is yes, it does. So you can go ahead and purchase it if you want. As for the folding, let's have a look. So if it's on the device, it does fold in quite nicely, but the problem is I can't get the gimbal protector on there now because this is in the way. So does that mean I'm going to be leaving this on? No, it doesn't. It means I'm most certainly not going to be leaving it on. And I think the only way you can really get this thing off is this thing has to be open, because you've got to really be able to hook this out a little bit. And the only way you're going to be able to hook that out is if the legs aren't here in the first place. So let's try and get this off. Let's try and get this off as well. All right, that's off. And now, hopefully, I should be able to pull this forward enough without breaking anything to get this off. Now, if I can't do that, then I probably will never be putting this back on again. As you can see, it's very, very stiff to get off. So there is quite a lot of plastic that you've got to effectively get past before you can get this thing off. Let's quickly talk about removing. So as for removing, this thing suggests that you should fold the bottom side of the landing gear inwards, pull back. Okay, fine. So they actually suggest you do it the other way around. They suggest that you put them back in and then pull it back. But that's quite interesting, because if I don't do that, I should still be able to get it off. And there you go. That came off very easily. So on that note, I probably could use this a few times. So let's just do that once more. So I'm going to put that on once more. That is now fitted to the aircraft. And if I want to get it off, I'm just holding it from here, which is the hinges. And it's going to, now you'll be able to see the movement if I hold it close to the camera. I'm pushing it back and it just clips straight off very, very easily. So now I can comfortably say I will use this, and I'll be happy to clip it on and off, because it really is a few seconds to get it on and a few seconds to get it off. So there you have it. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button there on the bottom right hand corner. And any questions, ask them in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Take care and all the best.